Tears. They're not enough to like come out of the eyes, but sometimes no, I can't even say that. Mm, There's a recognition of um the hopelessness that is a, a relief energetically and an apparent loss for the character that just like just turning on the video, that recognition was the first thing to apparently happen, and then the tears and then nothing. It's not an actual loss, uh, but it is the loss of an idea that can that bell can ring, seeming repeatedly. The recognition, any recognition is only ever right now. Right now is all there ever actually is. So sometimes that particular recognition is what appears to be happening right now. For sure, this says things or uses language or um errors, errors, error. in ways that are recognizable. And when there is more clarity elsewhere. That happens here. It's generally how it's experienced here is when somebody states something as if they know, or just emptily, um, if this is describing a recognition in the moment or a, yeah, and then somebody else will state something, how they read something in a book, heard somebody else say it, which also can appear as like them knowing, or like appear as if they're participating somehow or getting it, or, and this has done that. It's used to do that. It might still, I don't know. So then there are going to be others that are not others, but just for convenience, that will happen for when this is talking. While also knowing that there's no other way it could be. It's totally innocent. It's not better or worse. It also might be inaccurate or not totally clear or not as clear. So it'll just describe to its best ability what appears to be happening or not happening. There will be things that are misunderstood or not clear or missed. There will also be things that are agitating or misunderstood, confusing. There will be words said that are, it seems like they are comprehended or understood and they're not. The meaning is not. That happens quite a lot now with words where it can be seen how it could be taken as knowing. Like what happened with like who knows. So if somebody heard that, typically they would think that was a question, not a statement. Not like an equation. Who is who equals knows. Um, so I have a new sponsee, and there has been some like a working mind working like what are the 12 steps? Um, should this work steps with somebody? Does it, like, is it capable of that anymore? And what's beautiful is that the steps are written in the past tense in like group language. We admitted. I think there's a squirrel outside. Can't persist. I mean, Bento's freaking out, hitting the wind chime. We admitted. So beautiful. It's a description. It's not a prescription. And in the promises, the 9-step promises, sobriety isn't one of the promises. Wealth isn't one of the promises. It's a description that amazement will happen. We will be amazed. We will be amazed before we are halfway through. We will not regret the past, nor shut the door on it. The past is only regret when there's the misperception that there was a doer who did it, that it was personal, and it could have been any other way. So we will not regret the past, nor shut the door on it. We will comprehend. It's like recognize, comprehend the word serenity. It won't be a concept. Peace. It doesn't matter how bad it's gotten. We'll see how we can be of support. We can benefit others. That's in the transmission, in the narrative. So there can be shared narrative or overlapping narrative with other beings. And then the present freedom from suffering and ongoing freedom from suffering. Self-seeking, that is the kicker right there. Self-seeking will disappear. The self is the seeking. And the seeking is for the self. It is the self. It is the primary addiction. It is the first addiction. Self-seeking will disappear. And the whole outlook on life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. It doesn't mean that we will have all the things that we would prefer, all the money that we would prefer. It's that fear will disappear. And we'll intuitively know, not know, but like intuition will come forward. Similar scenarios that used to be baffling. It's interesting that, I'm not going to remember everything accurately, and who knows how the stories are told, how accurate it was anyway, but Bill Wilson had an awakening in the hospital before the steps were written. It's like all the major religions. There's a direct mystical union. There is a direct awakening, direct recognition, direct experience. And then it's described and people are supported. So what so far feels unobstructed in having a new sponsee is the steps as a possible means for looking closely, looking clearly, for describing honestly. what is and isn't. And that there's comfort, there's relaxation in being there with someone as they learn to look closely and describe honestly. It's not a prescription, but it could be easily seen as one and is. I mean, that I saw it as one. I saw it as a prescription when I came to the program. Of course. Because at that time, there was a clinging and aversion. There was wanting. There was seeking. And there was the misperception, faulty conclusion that what was being sought and what would bring happiness was a better version of myself, which is so sweet, so understandable. And that was of the mind, body. And then there was this other deeper longing without words and recognition. Like a longing that this be free to be exactly how it is and that there be okayness with however it is. And a recognition of the innocence. And those just came together at some point, the grace of it being seen to already be the case. So seeking will slip away.